Hello, this is the Stephen and Paul podcast, or the Paul and Stephen podcast. We call it both because we don't really care. My name is Paul Sharland. I'm Associate Director at House, and I'd like to introduce my friend Stephen Leckie. Over to you, Stephen.
This is Stephen Leckie, Associate Director at House also.
Okay, so what we're going to discuss today, or we're just going to chat about, and hopefully it'll be a nice, lovely conversation, but I think it's quite interesting. We're going to go over what's happened in 2024, the big news. I think that we all know that 2024 has been an incredible year. A lot of records broken. I know you, Stephen, have had a particularly good year, and a lot of other people have had their record years. But the big announcements, what we saw, were the announcement of the new airport, which is a big deal. 27 square kilometres, I believe, not miles, square kilometres. You've also got in Dubai.
Say more about the airport and what's that going to? What difference is that going to make to Dubai?
Well, effectively, when you look at this new airport, which is going to have 5 runways, they're already breaking records.
I heard a statistic recently. I don't know how true it is, but apparently the new airport is going to have the combined capacity of London Heathrow and Chicago O'Hare, which I understand are two of the largest airports in the world.
That's incredible.
I know.
Yeah.
It's already being used, by the way. Did you know that? It's all cargo and private planes, and occasionally low-cost airlines are there.
And what people might not realise, and this is to reiterate this point, now where Dubai, the UAE, is situated is the Middle East, obviously. But what that actually means is that if you're flying to the Far East from America or Europe, you're probably going to go via Dubai. Or if you're going the other way, more and more now, Dubai is going to be included in people's trips. And what I've seen, I've had friends who say we're going to Thailand, Bangkok or whatever, and they had a stopover in Dubai. And first of all, we would say 6 hours, and then they're like, well, why don't we stay here for a few days, have a few days in Dubai? And that's what my friends are doing now. When they're going to the Far East, via Dubai, a couple of nights in a hotel, nice bit of dinner, meet up, it's lovely.
I've got a feeling Emirates do a deal whereby, they certainly used to, where you could stop off in Dubai and have a free night in a very nice 5-star hotel. Yeah,
you should find out about that.
In fact, I've got a feeling I did that from the UK at one point, just because I'm on the cheap, and I flew, knowing that I was going to Thailand after Dubai. I stopped off in Dubai. I stayed in a hotel, the address in downtown,
lovely.
Actually. And then I went off to, a couple of weeks later, I went off for my holidays in Thailand.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Lovely. But what I'd like to move on to, Stephen, is...
So you've mentioned the airport.
Right, so this is the next part. So they announced the airport more or less at the same time, or within a month. Emaar, and as far as I'm aware, they've never done this before, because they announce something, then launch it a few days later. All at the same time, they've already got Emaar Oasis in that area. Just so you know, that is a 20-minute drive to the airport, the new airport, because I checked it. You've also got Emaar are doing the Heights, they're doing Grand Polo, and Emaar Oasis already there. So effectively,
Emaar South is there.
Sorry, Emaar South is already there as well.
They've announced Oasis, Grand Polo, and Heights.
Yeah. So effectively, Emaar saying, we're putting our stamp on this area, like the south of Dubai. Unfortunately, what makes it a little bit confusing, just so everyone who's listening does know this, there is a developer called Dubai South, which isn't very helpful with all the things going on in the south. But what we say is, yes, obviously Dubai is shifting south because of the airport, because of Palm Jebel Ali, because of Expo, and because of the 4 Emaar projects, including Oasis. So that is certainly an area of interest. Now,
it's again, we go back to, I keep mentioning the 2040 plan. Obviously, Dubai South is going to be, the south of Dubai is definitely a focus of the government. And they're talking about 1 million people living and working in that area.
Yeah.
Already, a lot of people are working in that area. And they don't really have anywhere decent to live at the moment, but they will.
Yeah,
and I think that's very exciting.
And what I also like, and we've discussed this before, Stephen, is, for instance, when I moved here in 2005, we lived in Arabian ranches, just as it was handing over Savannah, and there was one lane going up, one lane going down.
On Sakim Street.
On Sakim, yeah. It was literally a small road. Now you look at it now, it's literally 20 lanes, 10 lanes each side in certain areas. They've just widened it again. I was on it yesterday, I couldn't believe it. Now, this is what we love about Dubai.
It yesterday?
No, I went on the new part of it yesterday.
But
but that's Dubai. Dubai can widen roads in a day. Only in Dubai.
Yes.
Right. So,
yes.
With the infrastructure projects which they're doing now in the developed parts of Dubai, which they're trying to make as good as possible, Arabian Ranches is a good example. Al Qudra,
Yes.
JVC is a massive example because they're doing loads of improvements there with the roads. Now, what we love about the south of Dubai, let's call it that, is effectively they've got a blank canvas. So you've got Expo already there, you've got Emaar South already there, obviously Palm Jebel Ali, but the rest of it the infrastructure's got to be built. Now, where Dubai learned from their mistakes, more infrastructure for all the projects. Obviously, they've already got amazing infrastructure from Expo. But as these other new master communities come up, we know that they're going to put in all the roads, they're going to be wider, bigger, and more user-friendly. Because what Dubai's done for the last 20 years is, we've done it like that, well, let's improve it a bit the next time. Let's improve it the next time. So I think that area is going to have the best infrastructure of any part of Dubai, if not the UAE. That's my opinion.
Oh, well, that's a good opinion.
Thank you.
I think you're probably right.
Because you think about it. I mean, they're doing. Dubai's amazing. All we're going to move on to this now, and you can start, Stephen.
No, we're talking about infrastructure.
Dubai Islands, Maritime.
Exactly.
So, over to you, Stephen, because it's just another example of how amazing Dubai is to make areas and improve everything which is there. Carry on, please.
So you've got Dubai Islands, which originally was going to be Palm Dira. That all fell by the wayside. It was no longer being built, and they've redesigned it into what's known as Dubai Islands. Dubai Islands is next door to what I would consider a regeneration zone, which is Rashid Yachts and Marina.
Yeah.
It was called Mina Rashid before, but now it's called Rashid Yachts and
Emaar,
Marina.
right?
That's Emaar, complete Emaar property, a community there, low mid-rise apartments. Interestingly, built around one of the longest swimming pools in the world, 0.5 kilometre long.
Which is that? Which pool is that?
In the swimming pool in Mina Rashid, or Rashid Yachts and Marina, is 500 metres long.
I never knew that.
And it's not the longest swimming pool in the world, apparently. The longest swimming pool in the world is in South America.
Really?
Which neither of us have been to.
I've been South America.
Have you?
I didn't go there to go swimming. 500 metres long pool.
Yes.
Can you imagine if you just went out to do 10 laps and you didn't realise? Take hours. Where is this pool? I don't know about it. A 500 metre long pool is already there.
No, it's going to be there.
Right, got you.
They're building it. All the properties are built around. In the first phase, the pool
is going to service all of the first apartment buildings.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
That's quite good, that. I like that.
Yes.
Okay, what can you tell us about Maritime, which is next to Port Rashid, please?
So
Simon?
Maritime City it's a government development, and it's been very slow burner over the last, I remember going there sort of maybe 10, 12 years ago, and nothing much was going on. There was one building,
yes,
which is Unmatched building, which is called Anwar.
Yes.
And
that's ready, right?
Yeah, that's ready. People moved in maybe a couple of years
Amazing
ago.
sea views.
Yeah. It's right on the sea.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd expect it.
But there's no beach with that particular building, is there?
There is no beach. There's no beach. It's a promenade. It's, but it does look towards the north of Dubai. So you're looking at the Rashid Yachts and Marina. You're looking at Dubai Islands, and some people will have a beautiful view of the skyline of Dubai.
Could you tell us what Omniax Beyond offers at the end?
The Omniat has renamed, or I don't what you might
Jumeirah Peninsula Bay or something.
Jumeirah Peninsula Bay.
Yeah. So Maritime, completely get it. So I mean, this conversation we're having, if you're listening to all of it, is literally, we know that Dubai is going south. There's a load of lots of stuff going on.
I think you need to rephrase that when you say it's going south, because in the financial world that's not a good thing, is it?
That is true. That is true. Okay. Towards on a compass towards the south of Dubai, there's lots of things going on.
It's going towards Abu Dhabi, basically.
Yes.
Abu Dhabi is coming this way, going north, and we're going south towards Abu Dhabi.
I mean, to be honest, if anyone doesn't know what we think of Dubai, the south of Dubai, that area, then this is probably the first podcast there's listened to, because we've actually been selling Expo since its very first launch, which was of March last year, and March the year before. It was March the year before.
That was March last year.
And also, what we can't forget about is Expo. Now, you look at Expo, which launched I think last March. We've been big believers in that from the beginning. And as far as I'm aware, would you agree, since we were selling it at the beginning, it's actually just got better and better with the new announcements. Yes. I mean, it's incredible what they're doing there.
Yes, a lot of exciting things going on in Expo.
So anyway, we're going to go back to Maritime and Dubai Islands. So what's your opinion on Dubai Islands?
I'm excited about what's going on there, definitely, with the new golf courses on the, what is it, D and E? No, C and D islands.
Right.
A and B. B is where the Bay Views is going to be, the apartments and villas from Leckie. Island A is where you're going to find like the mall, the hotels, the service departments, and the low-rise buildings. Not seen anything that I've really got that excited about until last week, which is the new Ellington launch.
100%.
Which is called The Cove. That's probably the first thing I've really thought, this is interesting. If Ellington's going there and what they're doing is incredible. What is it? 1,000 apartments over
1,000 units.
How many buildings?
Beachfront. They actually paid a fortune to get a hotel plot. So they've paid a lot more for the plot, which means it's beachfront, and you'll be able to go to work in DIFC or wherever you work, and go back in the evening, go and sit on the beach with a nice cocktail or a glass of wine. That's going to be extremely appealing to a lot of people, particularly if they're working in DIFC after a stressful day. I think to have beachfront living, and literally within 30 minutes you can be at your desk trading and your stressful job buying and selling.
You speak from experience here.
I do, yes. I mean, unfortunately, when I was in London, I couldn't commute from Southend Beach to work. It would have taken too long. But I was just sat in my garden. But to me, I can't think of many places in the world where you can work in the fastest growing financial centre in the world, which it is, and less than half an hour away, you can go home, park your car, go up to your apartment, put your shorts on and go and sit on the beach with a drink. That is amazing. That is a lifestyle.
Yes, I agree. Very much so.
So what I believe is that what we've got at the moment, which I think is actually quite unusual. So when you look at Dubai as a whole, we've got Deira Old Dubai, where they've got some amazing development going on. Dubai Islands, Maritime, Omniat, Ellington, Selects are already there. So that's one end, Old Dubai as we traditionally know it. We've obviously got the middle section, if you like, your Dubai Hills and your JVC. And then south, they've also got this amazing regeneration or things going on at Palm Jebel Ali, Expo and Emaar. So I think it's quite unusual where there's a very good case to say, look, you should look at Old Dubai, Deira, but you could also stay where you are and look where a lot of people are buying in Dubai Hills or JVC. But let's have a look at South. That is definitely going to be a growing area. Now, how long-term you want that to be is up to you. But literally, all over Dubai at the moment, we've got good choices.
It goes back to what the government said about a year ago, which is we're not going to go out further. We're not going out any further. All we're going to do is consolidate. So all those areas that have got bits of sand or empty areas, we're going to fill all those areas in before we even think about going expanding the what do you call it, the perimeter of Dubai, which I think is a very sensible thing to do, and all is well. Where else have we forgotten somewhere else?
No, one thing I'd like to say, because this has been in the news, but to me this is just another sign of where Dubai just wants this to continue to be the best place in the world to live. Sheikh Mohammed, it was either last week or the week before, announced 6,500 kilometres of walkways in Dubai.
7,500.
7,500, a lot, right? Some of it covered, some of it you'll be able to do obviously in the cooler months.
Yes.
Now, the one thing you could argue, and people have been in Dubai a long time, people who like their hiking or walking in forests, Dubai doesn't really offer that. It's quite flat and we haven't got lots of forests. But with these 6,500 or 7,500 kilometres of walkways, I mean, that is going to be like incredible for the people who like that, for their, for their exercise, for their how they're feeling. I just think it's just another bow that what haven't we done to make it even better? Right, let's do that now.
Yeah, they've done the cycling. Now they're doing walking.
Yeah,
and then they're going to do flying.
Would you get on a flying taxi, Stephen?
No.
I've not met anyone yet who would.
I'm not crazy about the idea, but I'm sure a lot of people will.
I wonder who'll be the first one in our company to go on one. Maybe Simon.
Why would he do that?
Because he's brave when it comes to speed and height and cars and.
I don't know. I think he'd.
I'm looking forward to seeing them flying in the air.
Are you?
No, I'm really a bit concerned about what's going to happen, because if there's a lot of them. Anyway, so moving on, been a very busy year this year. Now, what's your thoughts going into 2025? We've both got an opinion on this. I'll ask yours first, please. What's going to happen in Dubai in 2025, Stephen?
So I think all indications are, all the people I'm talking to, there's going to be a lot more people moving here. And it's not just people coming here to work, it's people coming here to retire, people coming here to invest, selling up wherever they are in the world and bringing that money here to Dubai. That's definitely on. I just had a meeting last night with a couple of people who are very, very big investors in Belgium, and they're looking at selling up everything there and reinvesting the money here in Dubai and moving here for tax reasons, for safety reasons, and just because they love the weather, etc. And they're going to get a much better quality of life than they are in their own country. So I think that's just okay. It's my story because I've met these guys, but I think every real estate agent in Dubai is probably having a very similar experience of talking to people like that who are coming to Dubai. And we keep going on about how wonderful Dubai is, but seriously, there are a lot of people moving here, and why not? Why would you want to reinvest in the UK at the moment?
I'll tell you one thing. This is how I'm seeing 2025, and I'm just basing that on my last 3 months. One thing which has stuck out to me more than other, I mean, you know, to me, the place, we're simmering at the moment. It's like the place is buzzing for something to happen in 2025. I truly believe that. But in the last 3 months, so a friend of mine, he moved here in 2010. He's very successful. We bought a nice big villa on Arabian Ranches. He'd always said to me, Paul, I'm going to buy a home in Dubai, but I'm never going to invest in Dubai. He owns a lot of property in Europe. He called me 2 months ago. She's lived here for 14 years. He said, Paul, I said, you know, you're not going to believe this. I'm going to buy in Dubai now. Next year, townhouses. Just tell me what the best is. He's been here 14 years. I spoke to another guy who left Dubai about 8 years ago. He's now in Qatar. He left Dubai, he lost his job, oil and gas, whatever else. Now he wants to buy in Dubai again. He completely fell out of it, and he's working in oil and gas in Qatar. And he says, Paul, I've got so many people asking me for Dubai. So to me, we've got the brand new buyers, we've got the people who love Dubai who are buying again, but now we've got people who know Dubai, who've lived in Dubai, who never would have bought before, going, no, we can see it. Now is the time to buy.
No, I agree.
That's big.
I think historically, most of my clients have been overseas, living overseas, and I'm seeing more and more people who live here who may have already bought their own house, or maybe they haven't even bought their own house. Now they're looking to invest. They want a future. They want their properties overseas. Yeah, they're giving them a nice income. Maybe they left a house in England or something that's being rented. But now all they're concerned about is, am I ever going to go back there? Probably not. Do I really want to pay all that tax in the UK? Probably not. So I'll sell whatever I have there and buy something here. And that's what's happening a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we covered Jebel Ali, we covered Dubai Islands, etc. There was something else.
Stephen, I actually think we should talk about Palm Jebel Ali more, because we've just mentioned that it's been relaunched.
Yeah.
But what we know is this relaunch, this isn't a normal relaunch. No. This is special. I mean, anyone who looks into what they're actually doing on Palm Jebel Ali, and if anyone says that's not exciting or that is going to be wow, if they deliver, then they're not reading the right stuff. I mean, that Palm Jebel Ali, as we've discussed, Palm Jumeirah, brilliant. They made some mistakes. The access, the point of the crescent at the end didn't connect to the land. Palm Jebel Ali, they've had nearly 20 years to plan this, which effectively they have. And our opinion is they've been so meticulous with their planning that in the future, yes, you're going to have to wait for it, maybe 5 to 10 years. That will be amazing.
Yeah,
Stephen.
Look, I think we're already seeing them selling out of the villas that are on the fronts of the Palm. And if you look at Google Maps, you can already see that there is a marina. A very large marina.
Big marina. Twice the size of Dubai Marina, I believe.
Is it really that big? Yeah. So you've got all that to come. So properties around the marina. We've got, I think the Palm Jebel Ali is like 1.5 times the size of Palm Jumeirah. and everything is bigger and better on Palm Jebel.
And more spaced out, which is a big deal.
That's what I mean.
Big deal, yeah.
I don't know about spaced out, but yeah.
No, there's basically the built-up areas.
Yes.
Oh, no, we could be spaced out.
Yeah.
The built-up areas on Palm Jebel Ali,
yes.
The houses are further away than the next house.
The roads are wider.
Yes.
The distance, the roads on the fronts are wider. The distances between the houses are more. The distances between the fronts is much bigger.
Yeah,
much bigger. So it's a much larger scale of Palm Jumeirah. Yeah.
I'd like to say this is that what Nikhil stroke Maras have so far launched on Palm Jebel Ali has just been the villas, but we know next year they're going to be launching the apartments on the trunk. So anybody who's thinking, well, I'm not going to look at Palm Jebel Ali, I haven't got 20 million dirhams, but they want to be a piece of the action, get an apartment and you get in the first launch. The first and second launch on the trunk on Palm Jebel Ali, the apartments, to us, that is, that's a license to make money.
I hope so.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd like to buy one.
Would you?
Yes.
Good. Tell me, highlights for you personally in 2024. Because we talked about this before we came in here and had a chat. What was your sort of personal highlights for 2024?
I don't know if I've got any sort of big personal highlights. I just think it's been a really good year. It's been emotionally a roller coaster, I think, for everyone. When your job is this busy, and one client saying yes or no could literally change your next 6 months or a year. I'm very pleased with how 2024 has gone. I think House and House have once again exceeded all expectations of growing in as a company. And I'll be honest with you, I mean, me 2024, my focus is now, I'm getting excited about 2025 because I just think it's going to be so busy, honestly.
No.
What about you, Stephen, your highlights? Apart from having a very, very successful year, congratulations, well done.
Thank you very much. Well, I think you and I have, obviously our podcasts, we got recognised recently, didn't we?
We did.
Which we thought was quite amusing, but that was nice. They liked us. They came to me first, and then I had to just remind them.
They didn't know me at all, did they?
No, but but they did once I reminded them.
That was a bit upsetting, really.
Really?
Why did you have to bring up that occasion? Why couldn't you bring up an occasion when lots of girls come running up to me and didn't recognise you?
Because I don't remember that ever happening.
You'd had a couple of drinks.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think certainly you and I have become TikTokers, and
I'm not as TikToks as you at the moment.
No, but you are a TikToker.
Yeah, but I'm not as good at TikToking.
Well, I don't know if you are.
Okay.
I don't know, but
I might look at your TikTok to get some inspiration.
No, I think. Well, yes, thank you very much. But we've fought it for quite some time, and eventually this year, both of us have gone to. We've become more social media aware.
Yes,
would you say that?
Yes, I think for anyone listening, if you'd have asked us a few years ago about how involved we wanted to get on social media,
yes,
we just would have said, no, we're old school and we do it the old way, by the book. We
yes,
still send DVDs and brochures through the post.
Yes.
We don't, but we used to.
And newspapers, we used to read newspapers.
Yeah, newspapers, yeah.
But yeah, so yes. And how's that done for you, that social media stuff?
I think it's...
Are you getting better at it?
Hopefully. I mean, what I just hope is that things I say, people will understand that I do honestly believe what I'm saying, and I think that's the truth. So it could potentially be good advice that we are giving.
I think so.
Yes.
I think people believe us. They trust us. We're a couple of old geezers, really, aren't we?
Yeah. Yeah.
One more than another. Yes.
We've still got a long way to go, though. I think we've still got another 5-10 years, Stephen.
Do you think? Gosh, I hope so.
Yeah, so do I.
What else? So yeah, highlights to 24. It's been a good year, and I think I'm going to spend the next 2 weeks before we come back at the first week in January, just really planning out next year. And
I'm actually going to I think you should do the same, Stephen, because we're not spring chickens anymore, but I'm determined to get some rest over the next 2 weeks.
Oh, definitely.
I know I'm going to relax a lot, but I just want to make sure I get some rest as well.
Yes. Where are you going to be relaxing?
In Marbella.
Nice.
On my roof terrace.
Are you spending the whole time in Marbella?
2 weeks.
You're not going to London?
No. No.
Flying? Where are you flying to then?
I'm flying to, Etihad have actually started doing direct flights to Malaga, but only in the summer. Yes, I'm just going to Marbella with the family.
Etihad are flying.
No, sorry. So basically, just people might want to know this. So Etihad this year they started doing direct flights to Malaga. So for all the people who like going to Marbella, that's extremely convenient because you haven't got to get a connection flight from Barcelona or Madrid. But I'm going with Etihad to Madrid and then flying down. But apparently, Etihad flying directly to Malaga this year has been successful, and hopefully they're going to do it again next year.
But Emirates aren't.
No, I mean, I actually have had this conversation a lot with people here.
There she is. Look, all in red.
Why have they not got direct flights already from Dubai or Abu Dhabi to Malaga? Because there's a huge amount of people who go to Marbella and vice versa. I'm sure they do it one day.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
I think that we spoke very well. I think that we should wrap it up because they're going to have to edit a bit of this, and unless you want to carry on talking,
why are they going to edit it?
They shouldn't edit it because there's nothing really to edit. I'd like to think.
We've spoken about your shiny balls.
These people don't want to be here. They want to go home, and we're getting in the way.
Yeah. Okay then.
But it's been thank you, Stephen.
It's been a hell of a year.
It's been a wonderful year.
Yes.
Same again next year.
I hope so.
Yeah, next year we'll try and be a bit more rude. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.